Heritage Conservation Awards. They've won municipal, provincial, national, and international heritage awards. The municipal award was the building in the Deep South Pioneer Museum. It's a municipal building there. And the Communities in Bloom have Heritage Conservation as one of their criteria awards, and we won for our population category. So then we were invited to go into the National Communities in Bloom, and they had a new category called Sustainable Communities, and we won the first ever Sustainable Communities Award, of which Heritage Conservation was one of the criteria awards as well. So we then went into the LivCom Awards, which are international, and we went over to Dongguan, China to present our community to the judges. There were 50 communities there, and we presented to the judges. And while we were there, I was talking to a lady from Ireland, and I said, well, you have the same problems that we do, you just have more houses. And she says, what do you mean? And I said, well, we were talking about water and sewer, housing, dogs, cats, roads, all that kind of stuff. You have a bigger population. And she says, well, how big are you? And at that time, we were 298. So I said 298, and she said 1,000? And I went, no, 298. We were the smallest community there, and we won the Heritage Conservation Award. So that was pretty awesome. Since then, we've won other awards. We won the National Trust for Canada Award. I went down to Ottawa and picked that one up, and it was pretty exciting to get that one as well, and that was for the train and the Deep South Pioneer Museum. And then we also have the award for our grandstand. We just finished renovating our grandstand. It's not completely finished, but it's pretty close. But we put in application to the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Heritage Conservation of Historic Places. Since our grandstand's over 100 years old, and we've done a full restoration, we put in application to that, and last week we went up to Government House and got the award for that. So heritage is a lot of different things that we like to tell the people how the settlers came to the community, and then the museum shows how they lived, worked, and played once they were here. Some of the other things that have been going on, we've had different film companies come. We had Mary Bonnie Baker on the Heritage Minute. We had the Historica Canada come and use our grandstand and our Sports Hall of Fame paraphernalia, because we also had Arlene Johnson-Noga was also one of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. Well, only 63 Canadians were in that, and Arlene was one, and Mary Bonnie Baker out of Regina was the other one. They did the Heritage Minute, and they used Ogama for the backdrop for that. So that was exciting. It was one of the hottest days in June 2 years ago, and we just about melted, but we got standing in the grandstand clapping every time they told us to clap, because when they do a minute, you think there's going to be a lot more in it than just like that. We also had National Geographic last year. They did a Kill Hitler segment in Ogama. They used our station and our train. We also had Fly Over Canada do a segment out at Horizon with the train, and it's a 4D, and it's showing in Vancouver right now. So those are some of the things that we've been doing. In the late 1990s, the school district had projected that our school would only have 43 students by the year 2003, so they were going to close our school. And we know if they close your school, you're done. You might as well roll up the sidewalks, because it might take a while, might take 50 years, but you are done. We said, no, just wait, we have a plan. So we had a group of guys that did all the preliminary work for hog operation, and they presented it to the 4 large hog companies, and 3 of them said, no, you're too small, and the 4th one said, we'll take a chance on you. And it was Big Sky Farms out of Humboldt. And they built 9 barns on 6 sites, and it was the first 5,000 farrow to finish in Western Canada. It was the largest one. Since then, they have sold out to Olymel, which is perfect because Olymel has the processing plants, so that the price of pigs falls out of the bottom of the market, it doesn't matter because then they can make the money on the processing end of it. So it works out good for us. So we had lots of jobs. Everybody had a job that wanted a job. But it got so that people moved away, people retired, and so all of a sudden we had more jobs than people. So we started integrating Filipinos to our community. Now this has worked out very well because our school now has over 100 students in it. Over half our school and half our town are Filipino now. And we say that they saved our school and saved our community, so we're very grateful to them.